Hello, everybody. I pressed buttons in the wrong order. How are you doing today? So, we're going to be playing this game, Children of Morta. Suggested to me yesterday. I'd heard about it. Hadn't really looked into it much. It's a 2D roguelite, kind of. Action-adventure, hack and slash, where you die, but you don't really, because, like, I guess your whole family takes part in this, and when one person dies, the next one takes over. I don't know how this works. So we're about to find out. And we're gonna make it good. But it sounds like an interesting concept, so let's see if it is. I have no idea where my camera's supposed to be, at all. So we'll figure that out in a minute. I've not loaded this up. I think I'm probably going to use controller. Being a 2D hack and slash seems like a good idea. Guys, let me know if the volume's too much, but I think it'll be good. Don't turn off your system on the auto. Okay. For now, we'll keep everything maxed, see how it goes. Is there a controls option? There's not. Okay, new save slot. Let's do this. Whew! And I'll move my camera as needed. I like the cool, like, art style. Okay, it's Ori and the Blind Forest.
Margaret awoke, startled, a cold sweat clinging to her. She gathered her thoughts.
That's how I woke up yesterday. Turning it down.
Aged wood creaked, echoing through the quiet rooms. Near the house stood a shrine to Rhea Dana, goddess and daughter of the land, of Rhea and a being of comfort. Margaret sought answers. But the goddess did not speak. There was only the faint whisper of something dark, something hungry.
I like the narrator VO. It's almost like it's kind of trying to do a Darkest Dungeon thing, but in its own way.
Bones felt the weight of their age as she climbed.
Very ominous.
The only thought on her mind, has it begun again?
Yes, because I hit start game. Hey, Jeffrey, what's up?
John's mission would be a simple one. He was to investigate Rhea's greatest shrine. His mother presented him with a fresh divinity shard.
I did not expect this. I love the pixel art, though.
From his brother came a newly sharpened sword.
Very cool.
His wife gave him a kiss, and his daughter's hugs were full of reason to return home safe.
I have a feeling once the game starts, none of this is gonna matter, though. It's just gonna be like, alright, kill a bunch of stuff and then die. Yes. The art style reminds me a little bit like a more pixel arty version of Wizard of Legend, which is a game I played a while back on the channel, but... Okay. slashes, dashes, LB. Oh. Okay. I'm down. We're fighting some trees, doing it.
Rhea, a land long forgotten, a place of unimaginable beauty.
Why do places of unimaginable beauty always have floating islands? Okay.
It first appeared as sludge given life, slithering creatures, small and vile.
Use his sword to attack foes. I am right in the way of all of this. Actually, how brilliant would it be? If I had any sense. Well, you can't see the thing, but this should be okay. Pretty good. Feels good. Okay, easy. Evade attacks at the right time to avoid incoming damage. The evade bar under a character's feet shows when they can evade. Oh, wow. Not very often. Little health thingy. Looks like you can kind of stun lock enemies by hitting them, so... I don't need your health potions. I'm a professional. Or not. Checkpoint, I'm guessing?
A wall, impeding further progress. A battle was certain.
As a special ability, use a shield to block incoming attacks. Oh, okay. Interesting. Persons use their shard of life to cleanse corrupted objects. Press B to interact. That's a weird button for that. Mastered the game already, I know.
Light itself, the corruption abated.
Well, it went quick, but it was pretty fun.
Cold in hand, dark, in need of life.
I just got hit by one of the squiggly worms. I'm actually terrible. No mini-map is freaking me out a little bit. Greater chests require the gemstone to open. Requires a gemstone to open. Gemstones are found in different places like this animal corpse. Okay. By the way,
grew warm,
I'll just read that stuff.
Softly from the harnessed energy.
If that's the only thing my camera's gonna be in the way of, I'm okay with it. Alters Atar's ignition, divine grace. Damaged enemies burn in fire. So that's just like, okay, that's just like a collectible item. Make me stronger.
Before him was now one more dangerous than those that came before.
Ow. Gain XP as you kill enemies. Okay, when reaching a certain amount of XP, you will gain a skill point. You can use skill points to upgrade your abilities in the skill tree. Press this button. Spend skill points to learn new skills. Selected ability description can be seen on the right panel. Call down swords from the heavens upon John's enemies. Do I have to do this one? I do. Okay. Oh, that's nice. There's actually... Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna sit right here. Yeah, this'll work. It's blocking my buffs otherwise. Yeah. Is it weird that I'm just gonna try to touch all the dead things now?
Goblins, a familiar threat, albeit farther out than usual.
Oh god. Okay. Oh, it's got a cooldown. Okay. Okay, still not at full health. This is a problem.
Magnificent, but dangerous. A land of love found and of love lost.
Good God. The music's pretty cool too.
Before him was sacred ground, left untouched in days gone by. Remaining calm and collected, the shock of his heart-skipping beats was concealed in expert fashion. Before him stood Linda, his eldest daughter, with bow and quiver at the ready, determined to do her part.
Electrocalypse. Creates a temporary aura that damages nearby enemies. Okay, this is secondary. It's a second, like, usable skill. Okay. Go. Wait, a divine relic, a gift from the gods. Use it in a fight to turn the tide in your favor. Alright, cool with that. Big old cooldown on that bad boy, though.
Before the Guardians were not beasts feeding, but monsters consuming, destroying others. They corrupted and distorted, creating even more hungry husks.
Wait, what'd you clip? A little nuts. Okay.
Both father and daughter gathered their thoughts, their hearts heavier than before. How would they explain what they had witnessed?
I mean, evil necromancer sorcerers were creating baby demons.
The ancient tree had been cut down.
Easy to explain.
Together, father and daughter described the horror, the creatures dripping with decay that slithered into bodies stuck between life and death to bolster their ranks. Grandma Margaret confirmed what they all feared. It was the corruption, a cruel entity spoken of only with hushed voices, an ocean of darkness that flowed from the top of Mount Morta. And the Bergsons' duty was to stand against this devouring deluge of death. Kevin was also eager to do his part in the family's fight, especially when his older brother Mark was off somewhere. He was as much a guardian of their mountain home as any of them.
Why not move? I mean...
She stood. If they were to reach the summit and destroy this evil, as the Bergsons of old had done in the past, they would need the assistance of the Sanctuary.
Sanctuary! Oh. Dude, what?
Given to the Bergsons by Rhea herself, the Sanctuary was a gateway to the mysterious lands around the mountain. Margaret pointed to the huge crystal at the center of the den, revealing their next task.
Okay.
To activate it and open the way to the source of the corruption.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
And once Rhea's 3 spirits are gathered on the grounds, the only gate to the top of Mount Morta will open in this chamber. By himself, or with the assistance of those who loved him, John needed to gather the 3 spirits from their lands. Without them, he would not be able to stem the flow of the corruption.
That's why they don't want to move, I guess? Alright, I mean, fine. Alright. Hail Dippo Caves. Silk Caverns 103. Okay. So this works very much like Wizard of Legend, where it looks like there's going to be 3 worlds with like 3 areas each and then a final boss. I ended up with Morta. I did. I looked at like the little trailer videos on Steam and stuff, and I was like, this actually looks kind of cool. Okay, so I can start with whoever I want. I've been playing John. Let's go ahead and... I'll try out the other one too.
A celestial shard chipped directly from the ancient crystal in the sanctuary. It would be the Bergsons' lifeline, a tether to pull them back home before death's fateful whisper.
Oh, okay. So there's the you can die as many times as you want, like, theory. There's how that works. Oh, okay. And now I have a map. Now it's feeling a little more roguelitey. I'm sure you won't need that, you're right. I mean, only bad people need that. Oh wait, then I'm definitely gonna need that. Wait. Oh, bonus experience for killing enemies, like, in a row? This looks ominous. Can I kill it? Yeah. No, I cannot. I can get hurt by those, though. Oh, boy. Monies. Oh, this could be an addiction, guys. I already see this being a thing. Breakable pots and... oh. You can go left or down. Bye. I'm gonna take it slow at first. I assume that...
a not-so-innocent game of chance and memory.
oh, well, I'm screwed. So wait, does it show me the one I'm supposed to be hitting next? No, it's just reverse order. Dude, that... no. That's bad. Jesus, my health. Well, we're gonna find out real soon what happens when I die. Okay. Oh, I can put another point in that, or I can do this. Let me put a point in each. So half the damage they would have done gets returned to them. That's kind of cool. I wonder if you can make, like, full block builds and crazy nonsense. Health potion. There seems to be a reasonable amount of health, so if you get low, you might be able to just, fight your way back. Oh, that hurt. God. Those flying guys are gonna be the death of me, literally. Or sorry, the almost death of me that makes me recall to my home and magically be okay. Sure. Dead end? I feel like there needs to be something down here. Screw getting close to that thing, man. God. Oh, there is actually gold in the barrels. No.
The Bergson began to slip away, wondering if this was death.
Okay. Continue. Now I just start over again, right?
They gasped for air as the celestial shard brought them back. A sensation no hero could become accustomed to. As she heard John and Linda describe their foray, thoughts rushed through Margaret's head. The corruption had amplified the creature's wickedness, and no longer were they part of the harmony of the Rhea. With the new threats looming, Margaret asked Ben to prepare his workshop. He would have to take charge of enhancing the warrior family's weapons and armor.
Give me a second, guys. I'm getting a phone call I actually need to take. Sorry about that, guys. I do apologize. I forgot to tell my the guy that basically handles what money I have that I started streaming at 10. So he's used to calling me around this time before I stream, and oops. Uncle Ben
reached out to the familiar warmth of the forge.
Also, I have light arm again.
To reach the top of Mount Morta, their equipment would need to be of the highest quality.
Okay. Uses Morta to upgrade the entire family's weapons and armor, increasing main attributes. Family's main attributes. Selected attributes description can be seen in the right panel. Improves the Bergson's maximum health by improving family gears. Okay. Yes. Increases attack damage, increases movement speed. That's actually looks like it's going to be super handy. I can't do anything else right now. What's over here? What am I...
On calm days such as these, Mary enjoyed venturing into the nearby grove.
Splat!
The woodland creatures came out to lend her company. The
Whoa.
smallest ate from her basket, while she took in the serenity of it all.
Anyway, I said I'd call him back. Yeah, by the way, today is also, Wednesday. So this is my yard work day. I'm probably gonna go a little longer than the 2 hours I usually do. Mostly because this game seems pretty cool. Might as well keep working on the same guy. No need to start over. But yeah, I'm still gonna have to do some stuff today. Tomorrow, in case you've all missed it, I have my dentist appointment, so my stream will start at 2, but I should be able to go for a few hours after that. 2 Eastern Standard Time. And, now we know you have flexibility on yard work. Well, it's also kind of end of the summer, so there's not as much to do. Week over week. I really hate the flying things. They are perfectly out of reach. Maybe I kill them first. Maybe that's what I use my my Y ability for. Okay, so in traditional roguelite fashion, it is different every time.
4 steps were to be taken in the correct order.
I forked this up hard last time. It's not going to be the same, is it? There's no... Hold on. I gotta see something. Control layout. Button mapping. Oh my god, you can. Not a lot of wiggle room. I don't know what Guardian's Rage and Second Divine Relic are. But I think I'm going to swap... Special ability is... Oh, it's block, but it's not always block. Yeah, I want it to be the trigger. It's easier for me to reach. Yeah. Okay, 1-3. Nope. Lol. Alright, I've only got a couple more choices it could be. 1-4, 2-3. Yeah. Okay. This one, well, I mean, it's trial and error mixed with memory. Technically, you can fail it if you miss it 3 and get the 4th. Then there's 3 left. You can miss it twice, 6 times. Hey, cool. I'll take that. Sure. Right, you can fail infinite times, but if you have a basic system which isn't that difficult, then yeah, 6 is the most times you could fail. And I think I failed 5 there, which is pretty impressive, I have to admit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty okay with that. That goes to the next room. God. Do this! Whee! Let's not do that ever again. How about... my health. I still don't know what these little things on the map are, like... these are for. It's just like monster spawners? I don't know. Oh goodness. It's another room. I don't want to go in there yet. Using my powers. Trying. I have no idea what I'm looking for, like, as far as, like, things on the ground to interact with, but... for right now, I'm happy still kind of learning the game. Aww. And go. I think if there's one thing that does bother me about this, it's the fact that your dash has like a 5-second cooldown. I'll take all that though. That is a thing. Oh. Lover girl. I might make it past the first stage today. Who knows? It could happen. It won't happen. Don't tell. You found the finish room portal. Press and hold up to teleport back to it from anywhere on this floor. Oh, that's cool. So if I do that, I go back to it. Increased movement speed. Alright. No boss or anything, huh? Not even like a mini boss? I'll take it. Small victories.
The halls of Anea, so mesmerizing in their magnificence, were to be found at the end of a long road. And a hero
Hot.
never knows what is awaiting them at the end of a road. Moving is more important than reaching.
Okay, you don't regain health at the end of levels. I didn't expect to, but... Oh, yep. Oh, you shoot things. Holy Lord. What is this nonsense? Okay. I think Heaven's Strike needs to be powered up. Oh, no, it costs 2. Oh, so I can't actually do anything. Well, that's balls. Oh, wait. No, I can't do anything. Okay. Okay, new room. I don't really like the, Oh, Jesus! Oh my God, are you serious? It's like an elite. Yeah, it is. Oh, okay.
Kevin's need.
By the way, dude was hitting me for 22, his pools were hitting me for 11, and you couldn't stun him at all.
His brother was strong, making any near him feel safe. But he left Kevin. Though Uncle Ben knew what his nephew needed, a focal point for his aspirations.
I kind of feel bad when games put all this time into this stuff, and for this particular game, I couldn't care less about the story, man. I just want to fight stuff and, like, get better and get farther in. The story's not intriguing enough to me to, like, make me want to sit through it every time I die. Alright, guess that's it. Take a little more damage. So now do I start... Where do I start? I guess I still have to start here. Oh, I have a skill point with it. Gotcha. Right. I will try out the lady, too, today. But these runs are going pretty fast, and by runs, I mean me inevitably insta-dying, so... Alright, I don't have any of my specials anymore. I gotta remember that. Purge, 22 enemies slain. I wonder if that's a time-based thing, or like... Yeah, 6 characters. I don't know. I mean, obviously, the lady looks like an archer, which is kind of cool. I assume there's gonna be some sort of, like, roguish character and a mage, and are we serious? Oh, I thought this was no lead. No, I forgot. Oh my god. Oh, that's a thing to open one of the crazy chests. Neat. See, and I immediately think I would like the archer better, because I don't like blocking. God. Stop. My nose itches. Die. Oh, make it stop. Mixing a bit of coke in with the meth. I mean, you gotta switch it up. No, I think I have a nose hair that's like tickling as well as allergies, and you combine those two and it's just not great. Ooh, this is new.
The Bergsons would free the light of Ray, no matter what was in the way.
What are you? Ah. Call forth a sword of the divine to damage enemies. Well, that sounds a lot like my other ability. There's something weird to me about Y being one ability and RB being another. I feel like Y should be block. Then, like LTRT? I don't know. I may switch it up at some point. It feels weird doing that, and then... I guess my abilities are all on my right hand, so... Makes sense. What do you do? I am not upset about that. The stamina, man, the stamina bar is a little tough, honestly. Like, constantly looking all the way down to the left, like right over here, to like check my stamina bar and then look back up at what's happening. It's a little tough. I wish they would have, unless, oh wait, is that little blue bar? Oh, that blue bar is my stamina bar underneath me. Oh, okay. Weird that that was never explained. Okay, so that's on my position. Getting a lot of those crazy keys, though. And this is one of them. Okay. Cursed Potion of Life. Increases maximum health at the expense of decreased primary attack damage. No. I mean, yes, because... Charms are magical objects found in the land of Morta. Each one of them has a special effect that can be activated. They're consumed after being activated. Only carry one before acting. Oh, okay, so it's not a constant thing. I'm assuming it's one of those, like, if I'm low on health, I can get some extra that way, but I do less damage. I don't know. This game, more than a lot of things, seems like taking longer to kill enemies is not the way to go. I feel like you're just gonna get dead faster. That's cool. Charms are a cool thing. Usable items. And it did say decrease primary attack damage. It didn't say that my specials do less damage. Oh, holy crap. Hold me, friends. I mean, sure. I'll take that. Same thing as last time. I don't know if it's always the same, but I hope not.
The thinnest strands of white fibers coated the ground and walls, evidence of the silk caverns living up to their name.
Wee! Skill point. So I have to put it in one of these. We're gonna do Heaven Strike. After spending enough skill points, each family member unlocks their unique set of family traits. Family traits benefit all of their family members as well. If a family member grows in power, so does the entire family. Nice! Increase the max health of all family members. Increases John's armor. Unleash your rage to temporarily become invisible and invulnerable and deal thorn damage to attackers. Holy butts. That seems wonderfully broken. Yeah. What this? No, it's a baby!
Love, truly a divine emotion, especially during dark days. Love had motivated this mother to lay down her life for her cub.
No, save the pupper! Save the pupper. Just like that.
While love now compelled the young one to try and rouse her from eternal slumber. And it would be love welcoming the new orphan among the Bergsons.
Okay, now I care about the story. Good puppy. Wolf cub rescued! Oh my god, let that thing grow to full size and then become one of the characters. I swear to god this will be my game of the year if that's the thing. If one of your family members you can play as and unlock is Wolf Cub, I would absolutely crap myself. That would be amazing. Could you not, like, poop out more things? That would be great. I appreciate it. And it looks like the interactables in the environment are not actually that hard to see. Health potion. Yeah. Let's do that. How much is a portion, though? Don't think I saw a silhouette of a wolf. Look! I don't care what was actually there. I'm going to believe that it's a thing. Maybe one day down the road they're gonna add it. Come on! Who doesn't want to, like, fight monsters as a wolf? He's sick. This. You guys are weirdly annoying. I said a wolf, not a wolf person. Totem of warding. Create a totem that shoots at enemies surrounding it. What do you do? I don't know what I expected. Oh, God. That is not a lot of health, by the way. Okay. You back, thank you very much, because I used my heal potion. I'm just gonna open all the doors. I don't think I actually went in that special room to the left, did I? I think I just opened the door and then got attacked and decided not to care. Oh no, it is. It's that thing. Never mind. The totem. But you know what? This is day one. This is... I gotta try it, right? I can't just decide that the first thing I pick up is the best item in the game and I'm never gonna use anything else. I mean, I could, but it would be probably pretty boring after a while. Try all the things. I will openly say this totem's aim is terrible, though. All right, so blocking is super important on those guys, it looks. But once you get a rhythm, it's actually easier. Well, what if you've only tried one thing, it's definitely not the best? Not true. It could potentially be the best. In fact, I would say that is way better than this crap totem that hits for 6 damage and misses 90% of its shots. But still might not be the best. If you've only tried one thing, it's definitely... Oh, it's definitely the best. I thought you wrote it's definitely not the best. I mean, from my limited perspective, yeah, sure. It definitely is. And that's my problem, honestly. With a lot of these games, I tend to pick up one item that seems reasonably good and just never try anything else. I'm breaking the habit right now. I'm basically gonna pick up every new item that I haven't seen before. Even if it looks garbage. It's ignorantly the best, yeah. It's like, I don't listen to nothing but country music. Well, what other music have you heard? Nothing, just country. It's the best. Have you heard rock music? No. Metal? No. Rap? No. Alright, guess we're moving on. Oh, is this gonna be a boss? Floor 3. This is the congratulations for getting to this point boxes. Now you're gonna die. So here's a little bit of extra gold to make you feel less bad about dying. Oh, and a heal. This is 100% a boss.
All 8 eyes studied the one so willing to walk into their own tomb.
God. Whoa! Calm down there, Skippy. This is balls, dude. I didn't even block that. No, I can't block that. I'm dead. Wow, dude. Okay. Wolf Cub rescued. At least I got that.
A set of daggers made just for him. They would be his guide to finding himself, his focal point. The boy tested them.
Yep,
They
there's our
felt
road.
good. Not too heavy, not too light. Like an extension of himself. Uncle Ben suggested a few practice swings outside. The daggers sliced the air, guided with an easy grace. His nephew was clearly a natural with the blades and would be ready to join his father and sister in no time.
I'm not sure what to do
But
on
the
that boss.
boy's
I think I'm
mother
just gonna
had
die there about
words on
16
that
million
subject.
times.
2 of her children were already risking their lives, and she would not have her precious
You got
little boy
ads
out
that
there
have-
as well.
Ads that have projectiles and spawn more
Regretfully,
creatures. go all over the
daggers
place.
Away.
Ground that
Who
slows
was
you,
he
a
to
dash
argue
that
with a
recharges
mother
about
when
once
it
every 7
involved a
years,
child?
and a boss that literally
Handing over the
insta-slams down on
daggers
you for a
was
quarter
like
of your health.
abandoning a part of himself. He was meant for them, meant to be out there fighting for what was right. He just needed to convince them.
And you can't block the slam either. I tried. It just does full damage.
Although in the safety of the Bergsons' house,
I don't know if I like that.
cub was not yet free from danger. Exhaustion racked the animal's body, its chest heaving for even the smallest of breaths. The family believed several plants found deep in the nearby caves, combined together, could serve to remedy the situation.
Oh, are you talking about Kit Boga? That sounds like Kit Boga. He is amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. Doing the Lord's work. Let's get some movement speed because that is ultra important. Wow, 850 for the next upgrade? Alright. Movement speed is apparently a very expensive thing to train. Yeah, I can still only go here. So I must have to beat that boss before moving on. Great. Just recently hit 24 hours with a single scammer spread out over multiple days, but wasted 24 hours of their time. Amazing. Alright, Linda. You know, it is kind of funny that for such like a fantasy game, you've just got characters named Linda. It's like she slays monsters and then wants to speak to your manager. She goes home after a long day of hunting evil creatures from the netherworld just to sit in front of her television and watch, you know, one of the housewives shows. And yeah. Damn it, Linda. Can use the... Whoa, what? Oh, that's weird. It's a twin stick? That's right, then she meets up with Karen, the other monster hunter, at Starbucks, where they slay the evil barista. Oh god, no. Oh, she gets 2 dashes, and it looks like maybe they come back faster? Thank God for a small amount of aim assist. But I actually feel like this would be, I guess not aim assist, aim locking. I feel like this might actually be better with mouse and a keyboard. Oh. She can use those to her benefit. Brooch of Insanity. Greatly increased critical hit chance at damage of... at the cost of a slow, constant drain of health. I mean, I'll pick it up because I don't have to use it, but that's insane. Okay, monies. God. One second, Linda. Is it Linda? Now I actually forget what her actual name is. Okay, so decreases the stamina she must consume while moving and shooting. Loosen arrows skyward to fall upon Linda's enemies with explosive. Well, I mean, I have to get the Y ability. She doesn't have one yet. Seems legit. Can't really aim it though. Why would you shoot the one not directly in front of me? I don't know, she feels kind of like garbage, to be honest. The stamina drain while moving and shooting, mixed with the fact that you can't aim any of her abilities, really? Like, you can aim in a direction, but not what it hits. Like that, I would not have wanted that to land there. I would have set it closer to me so the enemies walked into it, but instead it hit just like the back couple. Ugh. Really? Oh, garbage on the ground. That and the fact that twin stick feels weird. Like, when you have to, like, go all the way up to Y. Like, twin stick, and then I have to go all the way to the Y to use that, and then there's a delay before using that. Not my favorite. You can use X to shoot with her, but the problem is, if you want to change direction, you have to move. You can't back up and shoot using X. Obviously. So that sucks. But relatively see, I don't know, man. The enemies are moving, that thing just misses them half the time, which enemies are always moving. Skill point. Sure, we'll do that. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna require a lot to get good at this, but I can already tell that I think I like the sword and board guy better. It just feels smoother. Create a totem that knocks enemies back. That could be useful if I just stand next to it. I did miss some stuff. Like, this character is a really cool idea, and to be fair, the ranged characters in these games are usually ultra broken. Like, usually you can cheese the game. You really can't in this, but at the same time, it just kind of feels like you have no options to do anything useful. Can't hit multiple characters at once. No, it's not an easy game. I mean, I didn't expect it to be. That first boss, though, I'm a little The only thing that bothers me about the first boss is the slowing mechanic on the ground that literally covers everything. I feel like that's, I feel like that is a little cheap. That would be a hard enough fight without it, and then you basically go, hey, this guy slams down on you with virtually no notice, and, P.S. you can't get out of the way unless your dodge is up, which takes like 20 million years to recharge, while you're fighting 17 other. Just remove the slow so you can run out of the way of it. You're still gonna get hit and get destroyed, but... But, like, those guys are way easier with her. What are we doing? Create a totem that greatly buffs you. I haven't even tried out my current totem. Let me try out my current totem. Oh god. Did I not trigger spikes? Oh no, I just didn't step on them. Okay, well, I've tried that totem. It's not bad. In a couple of days, it's gonna be a walk in the park. I don't know, maybe. That might be a bit of an exaggeration. Oh! That's a charm. Still getting used to this. No? No, it's not. No, my charm is still the insanity thing. I read it wrong. I do 14 damage a shot. How much does this thing buff me? Let me find an enemy. After this. That is significantly more damage, and I move faster. Ooh. Oh wait, does it give me more health too? I think it... Oh, it's a minute cooldown though. It does have the ability to dodge attacks. Pretty cool. I think it's like a small chance type thing.
The sight had become painfully all too familiar. The sorrow always hard for the Guardian to bear. Not able to save.
Right now I'm learning a game that doesn't seem easy. It's gonna take a bit to get good at the bosses. True!
When the struggle was becoming too heavy a burden, a young voice cried out. Stifling his sobs, the small boy spoke of his mother.
Oh,
she was not far away, and returning to her was his only need.
My concern, and obviously it's not something that's like an immediate thing, but my concern, and this was actually my concern in the, even before I started playing it, was because, wait, escort the child? Are you mad? Did that heal me a little bit too? Did, that's kind of sick. But no, my biggest worry is because there's stat increases that you can get with gold, I'm worried they're going to gate things unnecessarily. Like, yes, it's going to be absurdly hard to start a new game and get to the end of, like, even if you know a ton about the game, it'd be incredibly hard to get to the end of the game.
Tears slipped down the mother's face in praise of her good fortune, thankful for her son's safe return. And for the briefest of moments, the burden of Mount Morta became lighter upon the hero's shoulders.
Anyway. Flames orbit you, damaging enemy. Oh, cool. Found an item, floating suns. Okay. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. I worry that it's going to be like, oh, this first boss puts down slowing stuff. The only way to be able to get away from that slam without dodging every single one and making sure your dodge is up is to have X amount of movement speed, which you have to grind level 1 to unlock. Like, that's what I don't want. I don't want a game that forces you to grind. I want a game that, like, if you were good enough, which I'm not, and that's fine, but you could just one-shot it from the beginning. That's what a roguelite's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be gated by stats. It's supposed to be gated by skill. And if it's gated by skill, I'm fine with it. If it's gated by stats, I'm totally not. Because at that point, it's just not fun. I will say that needs some work. The Y ability needs some work. The number of times it just completely misses because it wants to. God. It does give me bonus health though. Okay. Once again, these are just concerns. Dying on the boss once doesn't mean I'm giving up on the game. I'm just saying if it seems like it's going that way, I may stop playing eventually. No, I mean, it should be a boss that you can one-shot in the first try of a save. Yeah, not like the first time you play the game, but like if someone that played 1,000 hours of this started a new save, they should be able to beat that boss in the first try. If they're good enough. Not the first time you play at all. Temporarily increase rage gain? What is rage? Okay. Things. There's a lot of elites here. Also, to clarify, it's tough to tell from the outside. You can tell it's not an easy game, but it's hard seeing what comes down to skills and what comes down to stats. That's what I'm saying. I would like each attempt on that boss as I get stats to be easier. Like, feel like I'm progressing towards beating it. My issue is I'm going to spend 4 hours fighting that boss and just getting nowhere close. And then I'm going to get one upgrade at home, walk in on that boss and be like, later, bitch. And just, like, from then on, that boss is trivial. I'm not like it's impossible without skills, but I don't want it to be such a huge jump that was like, oh, I just needed to get like 1 more point in movement speed before I went ahead and, you know, this boss all of a sudden went from being really difficult but maybe beatable to, oh, walk in the park. Because then it no longer feels like anything you do in the game matters other than grind. It doesn't feel like anything you learn matters. It only feels like, well, I gotta run this dungeon 14 times to get enough gold to upgrade some stuff so I can just one-shot this boss or, you know, kill it with 0 problems because I've now out-leveled its mechanics. I don't want that. And I'm afraid that's what it's gonna feel like eventually, but, I mean, it's whatever. You can't tell until you play for longer than an hour and a half. And look, when I'm streaming, a lot of this is just kind of like flow of thought. I'm not crapping on the game. It's super fun. And I'm not saying that the game's bad because you can't say that an hour and a half in. Just literally one of those things that concerns for the future, things I'm looking at, things that if I'm making sure they don't happen, kind of. Anyway, it's been an hour and a half, and I'm going to take a quick little break, and then I'm going to come back and probably play a couple more rounds. I don't know. It depends on how far I get. And then we'll call it a day. But I think I'll probably play this tomorrow, too, unless something really rubs me wrong. More that you're concerned as well, and you have the struggle of not being able to tell yourself. Yeah, that's actually true. From a viewer perspective, it's even harder to feel like the things like, oh, it's a twin stick with this character, so pressing Y is awkward. I could rebind all my keys so it's easier, but that's weird too. Like on this character, there's no shield. So like this like right trigger is kind of pointless, so making that Y ability one of the triggers would be way better. But on the other character, there's a shield, so it changes the, like, do you want to redo button layouts for every character? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff, and maybe it feels a little clunky, but I think more than that, it's just I need to figure out what's going to work for me. I don't love struggling with controls, but since there's a full layout option, I'll find something within the next, you know, day or two that really feels good on all characters. It's just muscle memory and stuff. But Give me 1 second. I will be right back. And I'm just going to take a quick stretch. And yeah, play more Children of Morta. It's definitely it's a solid roguelite. I've got it. It's not Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is so polished, and this just came out, and I feel like it feels a little clunky, but it's still lots of fun. So we'll play this for a while. Hell, who's to say we can't play both? We can always play both in a day when I've got a little more time. Today we're dedicated to this, so I'll be right back. Yeah, Hades was kind of stat to win. And that's honestly why I quit playing it after a while. Because I kind of started feeling that. I got a good, like, dozen hours in it, though. For sure. Once again, I don't think it's necessarily a problem with the game. It's just... it's a personal opinion. And I think that's the most important thing to realize, that... okay, so... block... hold on. Special ability R... L... I want this to be Y. I want secondary attack to be left trigger. And I want this to be right trigger. So where did that put RB? Whatever these are, which I don't even have yet, are those now. So I think that'll be a lot easier with the twin stick. And I can figure out how to block that way too. Oh my god. I'm not even standing in my awesomeness. Okay, not bad. That's way easier, though. Go grab one of these healing potions. Already, just changing those controls, this character feels way better. No ice cream truck, it's out of season now. You lost the fight. Oh no. It's kind of a big level. More heals if I need them. Wonder if this character is going to be easier to beat the boss with. I'm unsure. I have some pretty good items though. This, like, I think the buff. Actually, yeah, this is going to be easier because the boss moves around a lot, so I can just ranged attack him to death. I still don't think I'll be able to beat him, but I think it's going to be maybe mildly less frustrating. What is this?
Not all in the caves were refugees.
Oh,
Some
okay.
were just traveling merchants stuck in a bind. The strange-looking shopkeep dusted off his clothes, tipped his hat.
Cool.
He invited them to stop by his shop
Oh.
later, promising something for all adventuring needs.
Gotcha. I was wondering how you knew it was just done coming around. I was like, do they send out like a letter? That would be sick. Anyone that's ever bought anything from him, like, thank you for your patronage. We are currently closed for the season. That would be amazing. And sad. From now on, he will appear in the dungeons offering goods for a price. Movement speed is amazing. Nothing I can do here. Is there a... How do I... Temporarily increase rage gain? I still don't know what that does. You have an app where you can tell exactly when it comes by your place or order specific packages. I think you told me that before. That's amazing. Okay, there is a place down here I want to check out. And then we'll go fight the boss because, lol, why not? Hi. What are you? That's all there is, right? Yeah. You also think your concept is a bit different? Oh yeah, totally. It really is. Sounds like your ice cream trucks are like a service, like a specific service, whereas here it's more of like, I don't know, it's like a gotcha, you know? It's like there it's planned, here it's just like, you didn't know you wanted it, but now you do. All right, how do we do this?
All 8 eyes studied the one so willing to walk into their own tomb.
Yep. Yep. Oh, Jesus. Halfway. Got him half health. That slowing stuff is just the worst. They have the bell they're known for, so they also try for the gotcha. Okay, so it exists in both ways.
Worried for the missing boy, Ben thought that maybe he should have hidden the daggers better.
Am I gonna be able to play as the kid now?
Margaret, in her wisdom, knew that nothing would have remained hidden from Kevin forever. Now, she only encouraged her son and his daughter to hurry and find him.
Oh. It means beating that boss. Good luck. I feel like I need something that can one-shot the spiders that the boss spawn. Got 2 upgrades. Alright, back to it. There, it looks like there's... I don't know how many worlds there are, honestly. I don't think I can see them all yet. Let's try Linda again. She's not bad. It's still a little weird though. Did get a little extra health. Oh, I do have skill. I do have 2 skill points. Okay. Interesting. I never did use my whatever that rage skill was, or the increases rage gained. Okay. I wonder if there's like secret rooms and stuff in that. Like shoot a wall and they open up. Potion.
Can the body endure the mind's gamble?
It's just like a pick one? Okay. I didn't really try out the knockback totem last time, but now we get a chance to, so this is cool. Also, I feel like I'm clearing things a bit faster, which is probably both skill and stat related, which is fine. But I like it. kind of remembering to use my skills occasionally, which is nice. Alright, and what are you? You're totem that buffs you. I'm gonna stick with the knockback one this time. The buff one was sick, honestly, but I'm gonna try the knockback one, see how it works. My only issue, especially with this character, is the totem. If they get on the other side of it from you, it knocks them towards you, and that is the opposite of what I want on this character, so I'm gonna have to place it early and then stand way behind it. I think it may actually allow you to group enemies up better, though. Which would be perfect for my other ability. Doop. Does a little bit of damage. I mean, not a significant amount. Fine. Wow. Didn't want to hit the dude right in front of me, apparently. These guys have a lot of health. God, that is... Ah! Okay, not bad. I wonder if you'll always have a key for those. Like, if there's one of those in the level, there's always a way to get a key for it. Or maybe sometimes you just get screwed. I think every time I've come up on one of those, I've had the ability to open it. Okay. Ooh, what are you? Increased primary attack damage. Oh, that's just straight up an item. So I've been doing like 13 to 16 a shot. How much do I do now? $16 to 19? 15 to 19, that's solid. Still can't one-shot the little spiders, though. Oh, God. I can sometimes four-shot the big spiders instead of 5, though. That might be a big deal. There's the end.
The shopkeep said he would like to offer a discount for his rescue, but there have not been many customers lately.
Oh, God. Wow, yeah, I don't have the things for this. I thought it would take money, but no, it takes keys. Okay, found a reason to save keys then. Good stuff. Skill point. Could keep buffing that eventually, but... while standing still, Linda's damage increases with each arrow, 6%. Linda focuses to temporarily push her abilities to their max, drastically increasing her attack speed. Cool. You've unlocked Guardian's Rage. Primary attacks now fill your rage meter. When fully charged, you can activate it by pressing L. Cool. So that trinket thing I had last time would do absolutely nothing. That fills very slowly. But it's a thing. I'm assuming that means that the final ability is going to be very powerful. I like the critical hits that she gets, though. That's pretty cool. Very archery. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna get to. Yeah, I'm not gonna get to fill up my rage meter before I fight the boss, which sucks. Maybe. Depends on what this is. Missing caravan added to grandfather's journals. That's interesting. Oh yeah. Oh, I can shoot him.
The generis mushroom was vital to any concoction with the purpose of healing.
Do I get
While
healing
naturally
potions?
poisonous, any skilled brewmaker could extract the important properties without danger.
Okay. Well, time to fight the boss. I do believe. Oh. All right. What's the strategy? Don't die. Got it. Good talk.
All 8 eyes studied the one so willing to walk into their own tomb.
Just gonna like normal attack the boss. Ah. Dude. Dude. I can't see. You know what? I can't. The one ability I have that would be great against the big spider, or the spiders that spawn, the arrow, the rain of arrows, you can't aim. It aims at the closest thing to you. So it aims at all the little spiders that they spawn that are right in your face, which you can dodge no problem. So you can't kill the spiders that the boss spawns because there's always little ones right in front of you. Your normal attacks hit them, your special attack hits them. It's just, it gets to be impossible. Unless you're just not gonna dodge the slam, which is also stupid. That's... yeah. If it's a DPS race, then I'm absolutely fucked, because half
Kevin
health means I'm gonna have to
returned from his
upgrade my
saga
damage like
with
7
barely a
times
scratch.
to have a
Yet,
chance.
he found no appreciation from his family, especially his father. Despite having Linda on his
I don't care.
side,
I wanna
his
fight
father
things.
was still mad at him for endangering himself and worrying them all, including his
I can
pregnant
play as
mother.
Kevin now.
His favorite line, asking how he could be so inconsiderate.
Okay. All right, let's try him. I'm not gonna get very far on this one, I'm sure, but that's fine. Quick and stealthy. With each hit, he stacks Frenzy. The more Frenzy, the quicker his attacks become. The color of the Frenzy bar changes to represent the amount of Frenzy. Depletes over time. Okay. Thing. I have no other abilities yet, but... So he's like a rogue, kind of. He has 3 dashes, by the way. Once he gets going, he's pretty fun. Frenzy. Successful attack stacked together, sending him into a frenzy. Longer duration, that's meh. Release a flurry of knives in all directions. It's hard from the outside, but definitely seemed doable. Archer's just gonna have the positional issue for killing the big ones. Right, but if I get right up in the face of the big ones, they just insta-smack me for like 20 damage. And you've got to remember, I'm slow, and I have an extremely limited number of dodges. So if I dodge to get in their face, I am then walking at like super slow speed and just get whomped. Like, I think for the archer, it's going to be really hard. This guy, on the other hand, might be okay, because once I stack a bunch of frenzy, I can just walk up and go pop, 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 and just kill him. And I have 3 charges of dash. So LT is fan of knives. Always good. Really easy for him to get combo stacks like that too. Oh, and he has crits as well. Yeah, I'll upgrade Frenzy once. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the first boss with the archer, honestly. Not for a good long while. This character, on the other hand, seems almost like it was made for the first boss. Like high DPS, like you were saying, like it's a DPS check. But we'll see. I'm still learning. birds, man. I'm gonna take a lot more hits as this guy, though, so I gotta make sure I get to the boss with a decent amount of health. So what happens when the frenzy goes down? Does it just disappear? Yeah, okay. It doesn't, like, slowly fade. It just disappears. Good to know. Small chance to recover health when attacking? Are you serious? That seems amazing. Stats would definitely slowly make it easier, more damage to one-shot small ones and such. Agreed. I mean, I'm not gonna ever one-shot the big spiders. They have like 70 or 80 health. The medium spiders, not the boss, but you know, the other one. Yeah, it depends on small chance, but once again, for the boss fight, I think this might be amazing. Yeah, still there's one spot I need to go to. I mean, honestly, the environments for it being like pixel arty are fantastic looking. They're gorgeous. I'm honestly impressed. Super impressed.
4 steps were to be taken.
All right, here we go.
Correct order.
Not 2. Not 1. Not 4. All right, it's 3. Go me. Three. 1, 4. 3, 1, 2, 4. I'm having the worst luck on the on getting those right. I've had to do them like 4 or 5 times each time. Yuki the Seal, a protector that provides armor and occasionally negates all incoming damage. That's cool. Oh wait. Yeah. So there is a treasure chest thing. I've cleared this map and there is a treasure chest right here that I cannot open. So it doesn't guarantee that you'll get enough of those things to... Which is fine. I was just curious. And now we know. I don't know how I'm going to deal with elites, though. I think elites are going to be a real problem. Oh my god, another one. Okay, too many chests, not enough things. Yeah, I don't get any kind of stun on my hits either. That's a little fun. Primary attack damage is nice though. That. What is this? Create a totem that slows enemies. That might be good. I haven't tried that out yet. I wonder if it slows their movement or their attacks. Maybe both? Phantom Knives? Oh. Oh, okay, I need one more skill point. Well, we're gonna see how elites go. I did gain a little bit of health from the things. Reroll all divine graces? What are divine graces? Hold on. Okay, so divine graces are basically your just passive upgrades. So I could reroll all those. Interesting. That seems like it could be either ultra powerful or just awful. Ow. Ow. Jesus. Limited number of dashes is still making it really difficult to deal with those guys. Because I don't stun them when I hit them. Yeah, let's open one of these. Same thing. Hold on, I want to do it. So... Oh, can I see what they are? Fire projectiles when hit. Heals a portion of your life once in a while. Increase movement speed. Now I'll take this. So that thing following me fires projectiles when I get hit. Also, what is once in a while? Ooh, no you don't. Yeah, see, I can't stun him out of that. So I just get hit when I get up in his face. Nothing I can do. Boo!
There could not have been a more perfect description of this root than its name. Cave web. Rather bland to the taste, it was still edible and full of nutrients.
My question is, do I want to reroll all my stuff again? So that hurt a lot. Still have potions. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but I did anyway. Meant to do this. There are no potions left anywhere. So what do I have now? Ranged companion, increased movement speed, and a melee companion. That's interesting. I'm hurting, man.
Welcome, friend, shopkeeper. Don't mind the occasional blood stain on the merchandise.
And this is all way too expensive. I think I'm going to go into this boss at less than full HP, which is kind of terrible. Ow. I hate everything. Look at all the chests. There's like 4 chests on this level, I think. What am I getting hit by? This dude? Now I can do... yeah, I guess. Fan of Knives. I was hoping Fan of Knives would hit everything around me. It doesn't. It just goes off in like 6 or 8 directions.
What strange thing could have dragged Grandmother this far? The will of Rhea will flow in those still obelisks to aid the Guardians. This was the only thing Margaret silently whispered.
Obelisk remembrance unlocked. Movement speed increased. Briefly. Did that carry through to the next level? Because if so, I might have a fighting chance against this boss. Rip-off shop? I know, right? Although, to be fair, I don't often get good things about those, like, special key chests, so I might want to just save the keys. It's just so tempting. I do. Okay, I have super speed.
All 8 eyes studied the one so willing to walk into their own tomb.
Oh my god, you jerk. Yep.
Creature howled in anguish as death slowly beckoned to bestow its peace.
Manuscript of Precision. Interesting. At least we could see what's next. But yeah, that was super easy, even though I basically didn't do any dodging or anything. I just got my my frenzy up and just wailed on him.
The Bergson could go no further.
Yeah.
The path blocked. The life crystal, as if filled to the brim with life, started to pulse.
Although it seemed... No, I don't have health steal anymore.
A step closer to the spirit at the heart of the caves.
I might have gotten a potion somewhere in there, though.
Caution dictated a return to home to inform the family of the newfound passage.
Dungeon cleared. Cool. 544 points healed. But yeah, I got my frenzy charges, and then the spiders didn't stand a chance as long as I hit him quick.
The Spider King had been removed from the path, leading to the halls of
I just ignored the boss's slams
the pestering of
completely while I was
greedy
fighting the other
goblins
spiders.
might still prove dangerous along the way.
Weird.
Uncle Ben was pointing out possible routes forward, speaking of the troubles pilgrims had run into in the lost trenches.
A little weird that you come back between each level. I guess that's okay, because then you can spend stuff. Margaret deciphers a tablet. Rhea reveals something new to the Bergson. Given enough resources, she will then be able to strengthen the family.
The mysteries of the world were like open books to
Margaret's
the
Book of
wise.
Knowledge is unlocked. She can
Words
discover
from the
ancient knowledge
wise
from reliefs
shall
and dungeon and
benefit
help the
man
Bergsons through their
and
journey.
beast.
Okay, so just this. Obelisk duration? I'll upgrade it once. Yeah, I can't upgrade it twice. Ooh, what's this? Increases critical chance. Definitely upgrade that once. I am 3 gold away from being able to upgrade these again. Like, this seems... Yeah. It seems super important.
The past holds both the joy and bitterness of time. Sheila could help them, as John said, but Ben could not bring himself to overlook the sting of their past relationship.
Okay. If I go here... Okay. Okay, I can. Alright, so let's go to 2. And let's do it with Kevin. I'm kind of enjoying him. He's tough because he has such short range, but like you really have to learn what the enemies do or you just get smacked. Unlike the archer where you can mostly ignore what the enemies do as long as you can outrun
Scattered
them.
bones stripped clean of flesh.
The basic
lay in
enemies.
Stark contrast to the dead left untouched. Hunger and malice thrived. The lost trenches, the new residence of the goblin hordes.
Oh my god. Also, I didn't get to keep any of my powers. That's weird. Yeah, they act very differently. Ring of Ambition. Corpses have less chance to get corrupted and spawn enemies? That's a thing? Okay. Oh, come on. Don't trust it. I think those guys you can actually stun by hitting them and they won't shoot you. Like, they won't shoot you while you're hitting them. What is this?
One mortal and one god of games.
Pong of the Gods. I just have to hit the thing. Okay. That's kind of cool. Reflective Stone, Divine Grace. Chance to fire projectiles in different directions upon being hit. I mean, that's probably going to be helpful, but I wish it wasn't, because I don't want to get hit. Hey, take it. Now, my question is, now that I've finished the first stage, I wonder if I finish the first stage, I can go straight into the second one with all the power-ups that I had. Because if not, if every, like, level you have to start from 0 power-ups, that's kind of rough. You'd never get the chance to make, like, really cool big combos and stuff. Jesus, there's half my health. More than half my health. Jesus! Just whatever. Die or something. Okay, there's all my health. What are you? What are you? A missile that grows larger with time and explodes on impact. Okay. I have a ranged ability now. That's kind of nice. I think I actually... Oh, what do I do? Oh, also, that was dumb. Not stop walking directly on spikes. Done. I'm gonna open this. There might be a potion inside. For that. Upon receiving a fatal blow, revive at a modest portion of maximum health. Yeah, that works too. It's kind of a heal. Man, this place is... Huh.
Kept in check by a ne'er-dyer's will, the goblin hordes never dared to linger in her caves. Their place was in the bloodless forest, banished for their brutality.
Second cooldown on that. God. I die. Die. I don't die. Not yet. Not today! Oh.
Not yet. Soon. Damages enemies on contact. So wait, if I run into an enemy, I do damage to them? That's kind of cool. Okay, you do 30 damage a hit. Great. Jesus. This fireball ability seems to be a little underwhelming. Never mind. Just wasn't using it right. I have to kill the archers. I really do. Oh, it's got a limited range. You ass. I don't want to go up there. I thought the fireball kept going. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what hurt me. Pulsing damage. Eat. Oh, there's an elite in there too. Fun. I might actually die again though. What are you? I don't know. Oh no! I'm super dead. What's this? Increase the amount of gold gained. Hooray! Whee! Get him out of here. Wow, it took that long to gain a skill point? Holy F. Send Kevin into the shadows, vanishing from sight and allowing him to move around unhindered. Chance to instantly kill weaker enemies on the following attack. Interesting. Unleash Kevin's raid to send him into an ultimate frenzy. I like this. Shadow Cloak? Seriously? Sounds amazing.
So I can do this. Maybe it's good if you're getting like owned and you can just like run through things. Like a GTFO ability. I'm okay with that. Here's the end room. Excuse me while I break all your stuff. Max health. I mean, I'm gonna buy this. Yeah. I needed that. Gave me about 50 health back. 40% of my health, something like that.
Wherever there was a secret,
Hey!
knowledge was to be gained.
More things unlocked by Grandma.
And wherever there was a reward, danger lurked.
Four-leaf clover?
Was
Something
important
luck-based?
enough that it brought Grandma here. Here's to
Order
be lucky,
unlocked.
Grandma exclaimed.
I bet you
with a
it
unique sense
increases
of
the
humor.
amount of gold that drops. It increases luck. I don't know if luck is like chance at rare items or what, but I'll take it. Also, what is my lower corpse consumption chance? I don't know what that does. This must be the boss though, right?
At this depth, the air was stale, thickened by the stink of rank fur, matted with sweat and blood.
Damn it. God. Help! Oh God! Come on, I dodged. I think I dodged into a wall. Do better than that game. Wait for dodge to come back up. Hate everything. Dead. Come on, man, give me heals. I'm gonna do this just in case I get a potion. No, potion. Almost got killed by a damn bat. I don't know what that explosion was. Oh god, okay. Yep. Animation locking. Oh, I hate it so much. Yep, animation locked. So, one of the things that I would love to see this game do, although I think it's probably too late because it's something you have to program in, every action you take has to fully complete its animation before you can dodge or move. Moving, I understand, but you should be able to animation cancel into a dodge in a game like this.
When Lucy entered.
There are many of the character's moves that take
Poor
as long to accomplish as the wind-up for an enemy move.
Something had infected them.
So
the corruption was on their doorstep now.
It happened 3 times in the last like 45 seconds of that level. So what did I get over here? Unlocks. Wait. Increases gold dropped from enemies. I mean, that's actually really good. Alright, I think I got one more in me. I'm gonna try the first guy again. Probably get destroyed. But I'm going to try the first guy on the second area. He is my lowest level, so we'll see. I'm just kind of curious to see how, like, how all the mechanics work with him. Like, I love his attack. And that's guard. Greatly increased critical chance. Cool. Can I block projectiles? Yes. Not quickly enough. Once again, animation canceling. Not a thing.
A not so innocent game of chance and memory.
Not 2. What about 1? 3? 1, 4, I think. Maybe that tells me what it's gonna be? One, 4? Yeah. There we go. Third try. Better. Alright, I mean, something. Would have liked an item game, but I'll take it. Like, that ability is kind of broken, and I love it. I think with this... God. With this dude, I have to pretend like dodge doesn't exist, because I only get one. He says as he dodges. I think I strictly have to use dodge to... After I use this ability to get away, or like to get away from ground effects. I think I need to use block more, like basic enemies. I wonder if he's got a skill that like gives him more stamina. Create a totem that distracts all enemies. Taunt totem. Wait. Yep, we good. Taunt totem's an interesting idea. Let's see how it works. That seems like it could be super broken. Dude, the bats can eat my ass on this character. Literally, they purposely stay exactly out of range of my attacks. Like 1 pixel out of range. These guys are gonna be no joke either. Can I block their attacks? Yeah, but it takes a large amount of my stamina. Walk them back. Oh, those guys are annoying. There's a health. There's healing. So everyone definitely has their specialty. Damages enemies on contact. Eh. 6 damage. Okay. Yep, that's broken. God, that's super broken. What can I do now? Increases John's armor. Unleash your rage to temporarily become invulnerable and deal thorn damage to attackers. I'm gonna do that because that sounds insane. I mean, I still have to build up the rage, but... Whee! Just die. Things' explosions are much bigger than I expect them to be.
It was right here. The Bergson thought that this would be one final thing that they could do for the wolf.
Whoa! Still hits me. Hold on. Doesn't work on him. It does, but he hits me anyway. For reasons. Wait till he charges, get 2 hits in, don't be greedy. Never mind. Be all the greedy. I didn't mean to put the taunt totem down, I screwed up. One hit and I die, by the way. Got him. Probably dead now, but hell.
One fungus bulb harvested. Not the most pleasant of smells,
Oof.
but would give bite and power to any remedy.
That felt like a Dark Souls boss, I'm not gonna lie.
Hold
That was kind of
on
cool.
Just a little longer, young cub.
Only a couple of mechanics, but like a longer fight. You couldn't just rush in. Okay. Was almost real bad. Oh god. I didn't realize that was there. I almost just straight up walked into it and died. Alright. This is bad. At this point, I'm just trying to gather all the gold because I know I'm gonna die soon. And it's probably gonna be to a damn bat. Or skeleton. Oh, or an archer, actually. Come here, jerks.
Grandma arrived in time to reveal
Another
the
one?
contents of the tablet. The
Bat Boy is
secrets
coming
of
for you.
Rhea are in the hearts of the stones.
You're lucky it's
and
not
for
Batman, then
those
you'd be
whose
screwed. No,
weapons
Batman never
guard
kills.
The creatures of the wild. There are new arts of war.
By the way, there's
to
a
be
gun
learned.
that you get from the Return of Rackman in Borderlands 3. Rackman was a secret like thing, like an Easter egg you could find in Borderlands 2. He's back in 3, and the gun you get from him does massive damage, but will only take an enemy's health down to 1. It won't kill him. True. But I thought that was kind of cool they added that. They made a gun that can't kill enemies, but it does huge damage and will drop their enemy or their health down to 1. What is this? Primary attack damage is increased and divided between all enemies hit. You found an ability rune. Runes modify your abilities in a unique way and are consumed when you use that ability. Oh, so it's like a limited, so the more, okay, so the more times I attack, the more the rune breaks, I guess. Okay. I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah, it's going down. I mean, the damage is increased, but I don't understand the splitting it because I hit multiple enemies. How's it gonna split damage when I'm doing damage to all the... I don't know. What does this do? Instantly heals! Wow. Couldn't come at a better time. Ow. Alright, dickbag. Yeah. I don't think I can block like ground effects and stuff. Come on. I instantly healed and then took 60 damage. Christ. Been everywhere.
Welcome, friend, the shopkeeper greeted. But don't mind the occasional bloodstain on the merchandise.
Can I actually legitimately buy something this time? I kind of want to. Ooh, and I have my, my crazy invincible nonsense. Ferocious enemies do reduce damage. I'm guessing that's elites. So the relics are all 3. I don't think that's really worth it. I'll hold on to them. So the 3rd level isn't just a boss this time. That's kind of interesting. Well, this is great news. What is happening? $24 damage. There we go. God. No! You know what? I'm using it. I don't care. Greatly increased critical hit chance. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll take it. I don't ever plan on using it, but I'll take it. Reroll all divine graces. I only have one, right? Damages enemies on contact. Yeah, I don't need that. Increased dodge chance. I'll take that instead.
Breaking the circle will prevent the summoning.
Poisons damaged enemies? Interesting.
A greater enemy, but also a greater reward.
What are we talking about? Oh, God. Hi. Jesus, no. This is not gonna work out for me. Another rune. Primary attack, cast Heaven Strike on a critical hit. Wow, you're a dick. It's kind of cool. I'm just gonna use these because I don't know how far I'm gonna make it here. Ooh, found a journal. Okay. Yeah, that taunt totem's amazing for elites. Pretty good on these guys, too. Oh, there's the poison going off. That's cool. Nope. Wow, 54 damage. Are you serious? That's hilarious. It's gonna say, give me a heal, jerk. Half my health in one hit. Her chance is good. Wow. That area of effect, though. Jesus. 2 hits and I went from almost full to almost dead from those guys. Damn. This reminds me most of all, like, of Enter the Gungeon. Of all roguelites. Kind of reminds me a lot of that one. And the fact that you have to be spot on, super hyper focused, and if you make 1 or 2 mistakes, that's the difference between being good and just ending a run. That's tough, dude. Gungeon's a fun game though too, but this reminds me a lot of it. Y'all deal with that. Was risky. I did it. Alright. What's up here? Oh, good. It's the final room. Man, you know what? I have 5 of these things. Charm, temporarily become invulnerable. Melee companion that fights at your side. So Divine Grace is a passive. Divine Relic is something you use. Chance to throw an axe while attacking. I mean, sure, that sounds great. I'll grab 2 potions. Jesus. No! I think this is the boss coming up. Ow. Thank you. I've gotten, like, almost no heal potions throughout this. Look! Bats and archers! How fun! the worst. Mask of the Eastern Goddess. Okay. Well, I have a small amount of invulnerability that I guess I can use to attack the boss with and then immediately die. Fun. I could use the thing that gives me tons of crit but makes me lose health and then go invulnerable and try to like one-shot the boss. What do you think? Good call? Good call. Primary attack, cast Heaven Strike on crit. Oh, I'm gonna combo the shit out of this dude. Ready for it? $32 health, let's go.
The creature that now threatened the hero was a crudely focused inferno of hatred and malice. If one raging beast was not enough, then
Nice.
surely two were.
Well, I tried. Wow. Oh yeah, you guys just hurt. Why am I not dying? I keep getting hit for 20. What is happening? What did I... Thank you! I just kind of wanted to die, honestly. Yeah, I don't... Once again, this is one of those things that the dude that jumps, guess what? I cannot move out of the way of his jump. I have to dodge. This guy gets one dodge. He jumps more often than I have a dodge available. I need movement speed or to use a different character. Yeah, it... sucks. What?
While painful, for a mother to see her son in sickness was still better than missing him for so long. Mary knew that she would make caring for Mark her mission.
Like, I think that boss would be
Mark had to
super
warn
easy
them
with the
about
kid.
the dangers approaching, despite
got
how
3 dodges.
difficult it was to talk. He started naming the villages that were evacuated, or worse, taken over by the corruption, but soon succumbed to fatigue and fell asleep. Mary recalled hearing of an herbalist in Caldipo Caves that would have the yarrow at hand needed to treat Mark. The Bergsons would once
New
again
character?
need to brave
Once I
the
progress
treacherous
more?
caves in search of the herbalist. As if
Upper.
night had become day, the cub showed no signs of its past struggles, with Lucy and he now simply dancing the day away. If the little wolf cub was to stay, it would need a room and bed of its own. All too happy to build it, Ben only required some wood and nails from nearby.
What do we got over here? Unlocks runes for various slots, increases runes durability. Sure, I like the rune stuff. That's pretty cool. Should probably get movement speed, but God, it's so expensive.
The goblin bandits had been preying on Aeneadaeus pilgrims with unprecedented cruelty. Removing the evil would help those who had taken refuge in the caves. Ben had heard that the goblin's siblings' lair was somewhere in the lost trenches. Bergsons had to deal with those two as soon as they could.
How do I save? Maybe I already did save. Hopefully I saved. Alright, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for me today. I have to say, like, this is definitely cool, and I see the progression being kind of fun, and the ability to choose different characters on each run that all have very distinct abilities is pretty cool. There's a lot of things about this game I like. A lot.